Lower back pain is one of the most common issues people face today. Whether you are sitting at a desk all day, standing for long periods, or simply dealing with the natural effects of aging, the discomfort in your lower back can become overwhelming. What many do not realize is that one simple stretch, done correctly and consistently, can begin to relieve that pain in as little as 2 minutes. This is not a gimmick or a quick fix that only masks the problem. Instead, it is a powerful way to release tight muscles, improve mobility, and retrain your body to support itself the way it was meant to. Lower back pain is often caused by a combination of muscle imbalances, weak core stability, and tightness in the hips and hamstrings. When these muscles are not functioning the way they should, the stress shifts to your spine. Over time, this leads to pain, stiffness, and sometimes even serious injuries. Doctors often prescribe medication, and while that may numb the pain temporarily, it does not address the root of the problem. But one specific stretch, which I will explain in detail, can go straight to the heart of what is causing your discomfort and begin to undo years of strain. The stretch is known as the knee to chest stretch. It is incredibly simple, requires no equipment, and can be done on almost any flat surface. Despite its simplicity, the benefits are profound. By pulling your knees gently toward your chest, you elongate the lower back muscles, reduce compression in the spine, and release tension that builds up throughout the day. For people who have been suffering from lower back pain for years, the relief can feel immediate. Now, here is how to do it properly. Lie flat on your back with your legs extended. Keep your shoulders relaxed and pressed into the ground. Slowly bring one knee toward your chest, holding it gently with both hands. If you want a deeper stretch, you can bring both knees in at the same time. Hold the stretch for at least 30 seconds, breathing deeply, and then release. Repeat this for 2 minutes. That is it. Just 2 minutes, but the effect it has on your lower back can be incredible. The reason this stretch works so well is that it directly targets the lumbar spine and surrounding muscles. When you pull your knees toward your chest, you are creating flexion in the spine, which helps to decompress the vertebrae. This relieves pressure on the discs, which is often the source of pain. At the same time, the stretch relaxes the hip flexors and hamstrings, two areas that are commonly tight in people with lower back issues. The result is a release of tension that allows your spine to rest in a more natural position. Here is something interesting to think about. Lower back pain is not always caused by the back itself. In many cases, the problem originates in the hips or legs. If your hamstrings are tight, they pull on the pelvis, which then tilts your spine into an unnatural position. If your hip flexors are short from sitting too much, they create a similar imbalance. The knee to chest stretch works because it addresses all of these areas at once. It lengthens the hamstrings, relaxes the hip flexors, and relieves stress in the lower back. That is why it is so effective. Many people who try this stretch report feeling immediate relief, but the real magic comes from consistency. Doing it once may help for the moment, but making it part of your daily routine is where you will see lasting results. Imagine waking up every day, starting with just 2 minutes of this stretch, and slowly realizing that the pain that used to follow you everywhere is beginning to fade. That is the power of building small habits that target the root cause of your discomfort. Now, let us go a little deeper. When you hold the stretch and breathe slowly, you are not just releasing muscle tension. You are also sending signals to your nervous system that it is safe to relax. This is called the parasympathetic response, or the rest and digest mode of your body. When your body is constantly in pain, it stays in a state of stress, which only makes the problem worse. By calming your nervous system through breathing while you stretch, you allow your muscles to relax more fully, which enhances the effect of the stretch itself. Another important factor is blood flow. Tight muscles restrict circulation, and without proper blood flow, healing cannot occur. The knee to chest stretch helps increase circulation to the lower back, hips, and legs, which brings fresh oxygen and nutrients to the area. Over time, this promotes healing and makes the muscles stronger and more resilient. Think of it as giving your body the tools it needs to repair itself, rather than relying on outside solutions like painkillers or surgeries. For people who are over 40, this stretch becomes even more essential. As we age, the muscles naturally lose some elasticity, and the spine loses some of its fluidity. This is why stiffness and back pain are so common in older adults. But by doing simple movements like the knee to chest stretch, you can keep your spine flexible, your muscles supple, and your body moving the way it was designed to. It is like pressing a reset button for your lower back every single day. Here is a story that might inspire you. A man in his late 50s who had struggled with chronic lower back pain for over 10 years tried this stretch daily. At first, he was skeptical because it seemed too simple. But after a few weeks of sticking with it, he noticed he could get out of bed without groaning in pain. Walking became easier, sitting for long periods was less uncomfortable, and he finally felt like he had some control over his body again. All of this from just 2 minutes a day. Of course, the knee to chest stretch is not the only thing you should do for your back. It works best when combined with other healthy habits like strengthening your core, improving your posture, and staying active. But as a starting point, it is one of the most effective and accessible stretches you can do. Think of it as the foundation. Once you relieve the tension and pain, you will have the freedom to add other exercises and movements that keep your back strong and pain-free. One mistake many people make is rushing through the stretch. They pull their knees in quickly, hold for a few seconds, and then let go. That is not enough. The key is to move slowly, breathe deeply, and give your body time to release. Holding for at least 30 seconds per side and repeating for 2 minutes total allows the muscles and spine to fully relax. It may feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you are very tight, but that is exactly why you need it. Another common mistake is arching the neck or tensing the shoulders while doing the stretch. Your goal is to relax, not create more tension. Make sure your head stays flat on the floor and your shoulders remain down. Focus only on pulling the knees in gently and breathing. It should not feel like a struggle, but more like letting go of years of built-up stress. Something fascinating about this stretch is how it affects more than just the back. Many people notice that their hips feel looser, their legs feel lighter, and even their digestion improves. That is because the position gently massages the internal organs, stimulates blood flow, and relaxes the pelvis. Your body is deeply interconnected, and by improving one area, you often see benefits in others. If you want to make the stretch even more effective, you can try a variation called the double knee to chest with a rock. After pulling both knees to your chest, gently rock side to side. This creates a massage effect along the spine and further relieves pressure in the lower back. Just be careful not to move too quickly or forcefully. The movement should feel soothing, not jarring. So, what can you expect if you commit to this stretch every day for 30 days? In the first few days, you will likely feel immediate relief after each session, but the pain may come back later in the day. That is normal. By the second week, you will notice the pain lasting for shorter periods and your flexibility improving. By the third week, your posture will start to feel better because your pelvis and spine are more aligned. By the end of 30 days, many people report that their back pain has significantly reduced or disappeared altogether. If you found this helpful and want to keep improving your health naturally, make sure you check out our next video.